Hi, I'm Coach Robb. In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of evaluating what your sweat rate is during each and every exercise session that you put together. You've probably done a lot of reading about dehydration and even overhydration, which is officially known as hyponatremia. And both of those subject matters are beyond the scope of this video. I've done other videos describing the dangers of both overhydrating, hyponatremia, as well as becoming excessively dehydrated. Please take a time to watch those videos. But for the scope of this video, what I want you to understand is there's a real easy way for you to calculate your percentage and whether or not you're in that optimum range. Just so you know, what we're looking for is we want you to stay within a 1 to 2% loss of fluids during each and every exercise session. Okay? So all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to weigh yourself, preferably with nothing on. You want to weigh yourself immediately after your workout session, again, as close to nude as you possibly can. And the reason being for that is because your clothes absorb the fluid. And again, we're weighing you to try to determine what your perspiration rate was. So if your clothes are holding on to the fluids that have been lost, we're not getting an accurate measurement. The third variable that you're going to look at is going to be the ounces of fluid that you've consumed. And it's important that you realize it doesn't matter if it's a sports drink or if it's just plain water. What you have to recognize is you took water or fluids in, you sweat it through your pores, and you need to factor that in. A lot of people would say, I started my workout at 150, I ended at 148, so I lost 2 pounds. That's not the case. There's 16 ounces to a pound. If you have your typical water bottle, which tends to be 32 ounces, and you've completed that, you have to recognize that you lost the 2 pounds on the scale, you lost 2 pounds in the water that you put in, because remember, you put it in, but yet you still sweat it all out, so your net loss is 4. The last calculation is you take your 4 pounds of loss total, 2 pounds on the scale, 2 from your water bottle, and you divide that by your beginning weight. Okay? You're going to then multiply that by 100 and you're going to get your percentage, and ideally you'll be between 1 and 2%. Now, if you would like, if you want to email me directly, my email address is robb, R-O-B-B, the number 3 at earthlink.net. I have a special calculator I'll be more than happy to send you, and you can plug it in for every single workout. Okay, it does all the mathematics for you. You just plug in your beginning and your ending weight, how many ounces of fluid, and boom, it'll tell you right there. The reason why it's important is the more you can narrow that down, okay, you're going to avoid any negative effects to your health and ultimately your performance, because remember, there's a very small margin between being optimally hydrated and being either dehydrated or overhydrated, both of which negatively affect your performance. So I appreciate you watching the video. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to email me. Again, my email address is robb, R-O-B-B, the number 3, at earthlink.net, and I appreciate you watching the video.